expert woodsman who can cut down a tree more easily than most people can chop one up. When it really comes to tackling large lumps, you can't beat the men of the forestry companies.
An axeman's gathering.
As Tom is losing the ropes and gets it.
Our 2021 Steel Timber Sports Canadian Championships here in Thames Centre, Ontario is brought to you by Blackbridge Harley-Davidson. Time to ride. Huron Tractor. We're really big on service. And STIHL Motomix Fuel, the official pre-mixed fuel of the Steel Timber Sports Series, found only at your STIHL dealer.
The Steel Timber Sports individual competition. In the first round, all athletes compete in 3 disciplines: the underhand chop, the stock saw, and the standing block chop. The times achieved will be converted into points upon completion of each discipline. In round 1, a difference of 1 point applies in each discipline, thus the fastest athlete received 12 points and the slowest only 1 point. Any rule infraction will result in a disqualification and the athlete will receive 0 points for that discipline. At the end of the first round, the athletes with the lowest scores are eliminated. Only 8 athletes make it to the second round. In this second round, the remaining athletes compete in the single buck and the springboard for increased scores. With 2 points difference between placings, the fastest athlete now receives 16 points and the slowest receives 2. The 2 athletes with the lowest total points are eliminated at the end of round 2. Only the top 6 reach the third round. In the third round, anything is still possible in the hot saw, as an increased score interval of 3 points applies in this final round. The fastest athlete can score up to 18 points at the hot saw, the slowest only 3 points. The athlete who manages to achieve the highest total score across all 3 rounds is the new champion. Standing block chop. At the standing block chop, the felling of a tree with an axe is simulated. A vertically positioned wooden block with a diameter of 30 centimeters has to be cut through both sides. A powerful and precise swing with the axe is the premise of a good result. The axes used in timber sports definitely can't be bought at your local hardware store. Made from special steel, the blade is hand sanded with an angle of 13 to 16 degrees. It's custom built and carefully adjusted for each competition. The weight is around 3 kilos and it's about 80 centimeters long. The blade is so sharp that you could shave with it.
All right, we're ready for our first heat of the standing block chop. Coming up on stand number 1, Scott Reed.
Scott Reed on stand number 2. We've got Jeff Larkin. These guys have been going head-to-head all day in round 1.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Big opening blows there, Linz.
There we go. Excellent start. Look at the big chunks just falling out of both of our stands. Big swings from both of our athletes. It's Jeff Larkin moving around to that other side. He's feeling confident about that front side. There we go. Little hop from Scott Reed. Big swings, bringing that power. Bit of a glance for Jeff Larkin. He can make up that time. Look at the accuracy, and it is over for Jeff Larkin. Scott Reed, he's not giving up. looking good. Big chunks coming out, starting to wiggle. Bit of a reach, and he's coming, finding those drives. It's starting to wiggle now. There you have it, folks.
We have 2 good cuts.
Great work for Scott Reed and Jeff Larkin. Jeff Larkin walking away with an unofficial time of 27.15 on his standing block. That's definitely gonna help him in the points.
Hey guys, here with Scott Reed. Scott, 3 disciplines down, round 1's over. How'd you feel about the standing block chop overall?
The front side was pretty firm. Back side I was really happy with.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's another event down, and I'm happy, okay with it.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at the points going into this event, you're right there. You're right there. Do you think that's going to be enough to get you through? You're going to be close.
I'm not sure. That's pretty long time, pretty easily beat. I was hoping for better, and oh well, we'll see what happens.
Well, fingers crossed. We're gonna watch Scott's points close and see if he makes it through to the second round. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, gang, here with Jeff Larkin, having a heck of a day here. Just put in a great standing. You've got to be happy with that cut.
Oh, very happy. A little sporadic with my hits, but still very happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, your axe seemed to be moving the wood. You drove off a ton of wood. Are you going to go as far as to say that chopping is something you enjoy now more than sawing?
No, but it is getting up there.
Yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close. I'm going to get him on it soon. Great job, Jeff. I think you're going to be moving on to the second round, so great job here in the first round.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're ready for heat number 2 on stand number 1. Give it up for Leo Coudreau.
He's going to be going head-to-head once again with Nick Russell from Port McNeill, BC, by way of New Brunswick.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go. We are off and running on this second heat. Nick Russell really getting through that wood. He's making some excellent heats. They are turning at the same time, folks. This is it. The last couple of seconds here. This heat is going by in a blink of an eye. Huge chunks coming out of both sides. Nick Russell really seeing it, trying to get and reach, making those angles. Leo, he's trying to drive it off. It is just sticking nice. There we go. Nick Russell shaking his head, not happy. That was really a sticky block for both of our athletes.
We have 2 good cuts.
There you have it, folks. Another heat done.
All right, folks, here with Leo Coudreau. Leo, we're down through the standing block. Talk us through that cut a little bit.
I had a really good front, actually. I didn't lose my mark. I was pretty good. But then I turned, I had a good bag, but I just started driving too early, and I just stalled there. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, you broke quite a bit of wood. There was a good hinge. It looked like a good finish, but overall, maybe a little too greedy in the back.
Yeah, and I was driving flat instead of driving with an angle. So that's my fault.
That's how it goes. 3 disciplines down. Great job this afternoon. We'll see if you make it through the next round.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
All right, gang, here with Nick Russell. Nick, fantastic race there with Leo. You guys opened the same, you drove the same, you turned the same, and you finished the same, but you got him. You got him by a hair. You got to be happy with taking down that heat.
Oh, it's important to get ahead of your heat mate there and get those valuable points. I said this last event here, and it's a tight race between 3rd to 8th and 9th right now.
Oh, incredibly tight. I mean, anybody can make it through. Do you think you've done what it takes to make it through to the next round?
Hey, I don't know. We'll see after 3 more heats.
3 more heats to go. Great job by Nick Russell here. We'll see if he's going to make it through the single buck and the springboard.
All right, we're ready for our next heat of the standing block chop. Coming up on stand number 1, it's Trevor Schofield.
And on stand number 2, Wayne the Lightning Paulson.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Big opening blows.
There we go. We are starting off fast. Like we said, Trevor Schofield really likes to bring the speed to this event, but Wayne Paulson's definitely got the power. Both of these athletes looking great. Wayne Paulson, the first to turn, making sure that his feet are in the perfect place. They're onto the backside. Big chunks falling out of Wayne Paulson. He's gonna be really looking to drive very soon, but Trevor Schofield coming back up. He's not letting it end fast. And it's Wayne Paulson first to finish. Trevor Schofield, he's starting to drive it off, but that is just one tough piece right there.
Both cuts are good.
Fantastic news for both Trevor Schofield and Wayne the Lightning Paulson.
All right, folks, here with Trevor Schofield. Trevor, overall, not too bad a cut. You went at it, you attacked it. Bit of technique lost there in the back. Let's talk us through the cut a little bit.
I was kind of stair-stepping, spraying the hits all over the place, but probably trying to go too fast. I think I was sitting in eighths before that, so just on the line. We'll wait and see how the other ones. I'm not sure how this ranking so far.
I mean, you don't need to win it. You just need points to move on. So sit back there with bated breath and watch the point totals after these next two heats and see if you make it. Good luck to you.
Okay, thank you.
Here we go, the big man from Spruce Grove. You lit that log up. You went for it.
Well, I had to.
You
I
had
had nothing
to.
to lose. I had to go. Should have been a little quicker. I had a couple mistakes, and I wanted to go on 8 around the front, but I wasn't far enough on the one side. So
we all want to go on 8, Wayne. We all want to turn on 8.
You know, I had to go for it. So I'm happy with it, but I don't think it's going to be enough. So
it was still a great cut. I mean, you know, whether you make it through or not, I think you're going to be on the bubble. But whether you go through or not, that is a great way to finish the first round. Nice job here today, Wayne.
Thanks.
All right, looks like we're ready for heat number 4. Coming up on stand number 1, it's Garnet Peters. And right behind him on stand number 2, it's Donald Lambert.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Here we go, great couple first hits there. Nice big open side for Garnet Peters. He is looking to make a really quick work of that front side. Looking good. They are taking their time, and they are turning at the same time. They're Donald Lambert making sure every hit is where he wants it to go. There we go. We're just passing the 29-second mark. This is where they've really got to speed things up. It's going to come down to the last couple hits between the two of them. It is going to be close. Using that power to drive it off. Garnet Peters, he's trying. He can feel it. There we go, Donald Lambert, stand number 2. He is not giving up, so you really got to make some noise from him out there. He can feel it.
Both cuts are good.
Fantastic news for Garnet Peters and Donald Lambert. We are done another heat of the standing block chop. Like we said, this really is a test of strength for these athletes.
All right, gang, here with Garnet Peters. Garnet, looked like you opened up well, you know, a couple hanging chips, maybe glanced a few swings, but overall it was a good-looking cut. I think you ran into a bit of a hard log there. You want to talk us through that cut a bit?
Yeah, the axe wasn't liking that log so much. Don't want to blame it on the wood, though. I was all over the place with the hits. So it is what it is. I just hope I get into the next round.
Yeah, for sure. Luck of the draw when it comes to the logs.
Yeah.
But overall, I think you got a good shot at getting through. You know, going to get some points out of this. But
Okay.
regardless, good first opening round and great job here today.
All right, thanks. Hey, Charlie.
All right, I'm getting the cue that we are good to go for our heat number 5. Coming up on stand number 1, it's Berlin Nickerson.
And the man he's going to take on from Squamish, BC, Nick Hall on stand 2.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go. We are off and running on that first hit for Nick Hall. Bit of a stick, used a lot of power, but he's not giving up. There we go. The wood's really starting to come out for both of our stands. Nick Hall coming back. He's the first to turn. Berlin Nickerson right behind him. They're really going to have to step up the speed there. Whoa, big glance from Nick Hall, but he's not going to let that stop him. Berlin really starting to drive. He's making a couple more hits on the bottom. Going to start again. There we go.
Both cuts are good.
There you have it, folks. Both cuts are good. Nick Hall with the unofficial time of 30.32. Berlin Nickerson with 31.72.
All right, I'm here with the big man from Pubnico, Nova Scotia, Berlin Nickerson. Heck of a race there with Nick. Finished on the same stroke. How'd you feel about the cut overall?
Yeah, it was fun. I always like racing with Nick. We're always been close throughout our career, and looks like we've done the same amount of training this year because we were within a half a swing of each other. So no, that's good when you can have a fun race like that.
You were hitting hard. You're moving a lot of wood. Anything you would do again if you had that chop over? Obviously, you think it over, but what specifically?
Oh yeah, I mean, if this was a few years ago, there's a million things I'd do different. But for where I was at in my training this year, that chop was spot on with what I should have done. So
nice job,
yeah,
Berlin.
right.
Let's see if you make it through to the next round.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here with Nick Hall. Excellent race, very close race with Berlin. You guys seem to be very close today. Do you think that, I mean, you took down the heat. Do you think you have enough to make it through to round 2?
I think I do. I haven't been back there counting points, to be honest. I think that should be enough. Definitely not by a landslide, though.
No, it's a tight race. I mean, everybody's pretty close here today.
It definitely is. You know, a lot of people haven't been training in the off season for sure, but clearly some people have, and a lot of people are getting better than I expected. So.
Overall, we're done the first round here, done first 3 disciplines. How do you feel about your performance so far?
It was a bit of a rough start, but I think the stock saw and the chopping went well. A couple things I could have done better there, but ultimately I'm a lot happier with that chop than I was with my underhand. So. Yeah, I'm in a good mood.
Great way to finish. Great job by Nick Hall. We'll see if he makes it through to the next round.
Okay, folks, we're ready for our last heat of the standing block chop. Coming up on stand number 1, it's Marcel Dupuis.
Marcel, he's going to be going head-to-head with the man from Scotch Creek, Mitch the Missile Hewitt. Stand number 2.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
And we're off and rolling onto that front side. They're not wasting any time on that front side. Nice big slope from both of our athletes, but it is Marcel Dupuis the first to turn, but Mitch Hewitt is coming up behind, bringing that speed and that accuracy. It's going to be coming down to the last couple hits. Marcel feeling it on that last hit. What a blow. Mitch Hewitt right behind.
Both cuts are good.
Fantastic. There you have it, folks. The last heat of our standing block chop. Marcel Dupuis walking away with an unofficial time of 21.66. Mitch Hewitt right behind with 25.95 unofficial time.
Marcel steps up 3 for 3 in round 1. He takes down the standing block. How about that cut? You got to be, that's going to be one of your best cuts here at the STIHL Timbersports series.
Yeah, it went very well. I think I got lucky this wood draw here. I drew some very good logs and ended up cutting them pretty good, so it's been very good.
He's a modest man. He's a modest man. You cut that very well, and you got to be happy that first round. I mean, you smoked it. You're definitely moving on to round 2. So how do you feel about single buck and springboard?
We'll see tomorrow, one step at a time, one event at a time.
One step at a time. Well, congratulations. Marcel's definitely moving on after 3 wins in the first 3 disciplines. All right, here with Mitch Hewitt. Mitch, good-looking swings all the way through. Marcel seemed to get you there. Probably not the betting favorite over old Mitch Hewitt, the standing block. but looked like you were cutting it well. Anything you would change if you had that block back?
Not really. I didn't do a whole lot wrong. I probably could have finished it off a little better, but for the most part, that felt pretty good.
Just a bit of a firm stick, do you think? Or
yeah, just, I don't know. I went as good as I could have went. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, overall, I think just with your cuts, everything all the way through, pretty confident you're going to be moving on. You were sitting good going into the standing. We've got springboard, obviously perennial champion of the springboard chop, and then we got the single buck in round 2. You've been through this elimination format in the past. What does it mean now going into that second round?
Well, you know, every event's important, but it really gets down to the nitty-gritty now, and yeah, the pressure just builds round for round.
We have your final results after round 1 of our Pro Men's Division. In 12th, we have Donald Lambert. 11th, we have Scott Reed. 10th, we have Leo Kudrow. 9th, we have Wayne Paulson. And moving into round 2, your top 8 athletes. Number 8, it's Garnet Peters. Number 7, Trevor Schofield. Number 6, Berlin Nickerson. Number 5, Nick Russell. Number 4, Nick Hall. And your top 3, third place is, so far with our overall, it's Jeff Larkin. In the second place position, we have Mitch Hewitt. And coming in 3 for 3 in the events today is Marcel Dupuis. He must be feeling just fantastic after this round.
Oh, no better way to start a day, that's for sure.
Thanks again to the great city of Thames Centre, Ontario for hosting this year's STIHL Timbersports Canadian Championship.
Be sure to join us next time when our top 8 men's pro athletes move on to the next round. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.